Hi friends, good morning. My name is Lisa Schmidt and I'm a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, and I am excited to be here with you today. Here in Minnesota, it says it's going to be 54, 56. I don't know. When I hear that, I think outdoor pickleball. That's no snow, no rain, sunshine, and it is, the temperature is warm enough to be outside. So that's what I think about. Pop in the chat, what are you doing today on this Saturday morning or afternoon? I want to show you a new tool that Stampin' Up! Has come out with called the Color Wheel. Color Coach. I call it a color wheel, but it's a color coach. I want to make some cards using colors from here, and then I want to show you some different things you can do with it.
Morning, Tina.
Are you ready?
Hey, Sandy.
Let's go. All right. So the Color Coach is a new tool that Stampin' Up! Has gotten. We did have it a long time ago, but now it's new with our current colors. And first I'm going to start with a simple monochromatic. So I'm going to look here. Obviously, monochromatic means to use colors that are on the color wheel, which is all great if you knew them, but if I don't know them, then I just look and go, oh, that looks good together. But you can see, all of these colors in the monochromatic space, that's a good fall one, right? All of these in this space look so nice together. I love monochromatic because to me, it's easy. I think of monochromatic as using one color, so that's interesting. I don't usually think of using multiple colors in the same color scheme. So anyway, so monochromatic, probably the one I'm most familiar with. Then we have complementary, which are opposite on the color wheel. So for example, lemon.
All our friends checking in. Terry, Peggy,
yay.
Cheryl, Diane, Mary Jo. Good morning, everybody.
Cleaning and stained glass. I would go for the stained glass and then cleaning. Diane. So looking complementary or opposite on the color wheel. So lemon lolly and a purple. So it could be blackberry bliss, could be gorgeous grape, Highland heather, or daffodil, any of these. But sometimes I try to think with this particular, like really blueberry bushel and a crushed curry. Oh yeah, that does look good together. Night of navy and lemon lolly.
Just a tad.
Sorry. Night of navy and lemon lolly. Yep. So it's kind of funny because I'm like, oh yeah, they actually do work. So complementary are opposite on the color wheel. And then what is it? How do you say that? Analogous?
Yeah.
And analogous means what? That's the one
next to each other.
Next to each other. Okay, well, there's a lot next to each other. So does that mean, I'm thinking this one means you can mix and match within the colors, right? So you could do melon mambo and grape. You could do 2 or 3, but so these colors will coordinate together. That's the one I was like, not sure about that one, but that makes sense. Look, there's a good fall one right there. All of those colors right there are great fall. The one that is probably something I didn't really think about is triadic. And that's what I want to focus on today, is making 2 cards that are using triadic. And I literally used this to find them because they are not colors I would have put together. So I thought, well, let's use Calypso Coral. Okay, well, let's see what's on the other side. So we've got Misty Moonlight, Blueberry Bushel, Night of Navy, along with the Coral, Petal Pink, Flirty Flamingo. If I line them up, I don't know that you have to line them up perfectly either. And then over in the greens, we've got Old Olive, Granny Apple Green, Lemon Lime, and Mossy Meadow Maybe. That's what I think of these little half ones as maybe. So I chose to use these 3 colors, Misty Moonlight, Calypso Coral, and Old Olive. I would not put these together. That's not where my mind would go to, but they do look, I think they look really great together. So let's make something using them. The stamp set I'm going to use is Hooray for Surprises, because I want to make a birthday card, and then I also want to make a thank you or a thank you card with the flower. And this one, Hooray for Surprises, is one of those with if you get the dies, it gets to peel off. This is serrated? No, what do you call this edge?
Scalloped?
Nope, this where it's like stuck, a little bit stuck on. That's okay. it's a little bit stuck on and you can peel it off. So you die cut it, doesn't die cut completely out. That's okay. So there's 2 different shapes that you can do that with, which is super fun. But we're going to use the birthday cake, and it has even the little open here, pull, just in case you didn't know and you went through that work to make it. So the birthday cake and the flower. So in these colors, how did that blue one end up too long? Okay, I'm going to trim that blue one because I wanted them to all be the same length. So I was thinking, how can I just add a little bit of color? So literally, I'm going to put the lighter one in the middle. Now, I know you think I'm going to line them up like this, and I'm not. So just calm your jets. I'm going like that. What's up?
Nothing.
Okay. The color coach is $12.50, which is such a great deal for how wonderful it is.
You can get it in French too. I'm sure that's exactly what you want.
Well, we do have a friend that speaks French, right?
We do.
All right. So there's our Misty Moonlight. Here's our Calypso Coral, just going on our thick cardstock, because anytime I use white as my base, I'm going to make it thick. That's good. And so these little ones are 3.5. I just cut some. I just wanted to be able to see. I guess I could have folded the cardstock first. I was just so excited to get started here. Yeah, 3.5. I don't know. I didn't even look at the width. I just looked what looked good, but it's about 1.25. So let's stick those on. Now I think I will fold my card. Here we go.
Hey, Laverne.
Hi, Laverne.
Tina's making Thanksgiving cards.
Ooh, fun. Last night I saw somebody, we had a team meeting, and I saw somebody who made a little pouch using pocket dies that you put in the silverware and the napkin. I was like, well, that's cute. All right. And this is going to go here. That's what we're going to stamp our little birthday cake on. And how I chose the size of this one was literally based on my stamp. So I was like, okay, if I do 1, 2, 3, I could keep going all the way across, have some off the edge. And then I'm using our Sweetly Scripted because I love that this one goes all the way across. So I literally wasn't, I didn't cut it to any specific size. I can tell you the size, but I just that's how I decided what size it was. We are at 2.5 by 4, if you want to know. Okay, so let's grab I'm going to set my card aside so I don't get ink on it. So we're going to use can you zoom out a little bit more?
Yep.
Thank you. I know you can. Old Olive, Misty Moonlight, and Calypso Coral. And I think I'm going to put them the way they are on the card, because that's not necessarily how I want these to be. We could mix it up, or do we want them the same? You know, such decisions.
Whatever you want.
Whatever I want. He tells me that a lot, friends. Whatever you want, as you wish. I'm like, that's awesome. I love that. Not really. Yeah, I guess so, huh? I don't know. Anyway, we're going to use a birthday cake. I'm feeling like it's not totally clean. I used it on blue before, so I'm going to stamp one of these, maybe the blue, and see. I have a little scrap. Make sure it's, yeah, good. All right, so one more time. Sure, we'll just match them. Then it doesn't get all wonky. So in that case, well, I'm going to do the blue in the middle because I already inked it. So I'm not going to put a candle on it. I'm just doing the birthday cake. I'm going to start in the middle and work my way to the edges. So I'll clean that off. And I'm going to go Calypso on this side. I was thinking of one other thing to make it even. If I wanted to put a piece of paper here.
To line up on?
Yeah, just to make, and it's a thinner piece of paper, but lining up here so that I can make sure I get it this is not exactly on it, so I can line it up to get it.
Morning, Joanne.
Pretty straight. That looks good, except it has a little stripe of blue, but that's okay. My cleaner is on the other side, but that's okay. I don't need it, Dave. You don't even need to get up. I'm gonna make sure it's clean. There we go. Now we'll go into Old Olive, and get it right a little bit over right there. Don't think too much about it. It's probably the answer. Okay, it's cute. Just some
Very
little, yeah, I think I like them. I'm going to close up my ink so I don't get them all over. I don't know about you, but I wouldn't choose these colors. Would you guys? Who would choose them? I would not. and if you would, good for you, because you know the color wheel better than me.
You have a triadic
Yes.
sense.
Yes, exactly right. All right, we're going to stamp happy birthday across the bottom, just like that. So
Very
cute.
nice.
Well, and this one's great because you can really go out you can make this longer. So I could have done a whole bunch. And I'm just going to put this here. I'm not going to mat it on anything. I just think it looks great just like that. Not even going to pop it up. Don't pass out. Although it would look good popped up. We'll do that on the next one. I'm going to just go ahead and center that. And then, of course, I feel like it needs some bling.
Tina likes them together, and Mary says, congrats for stretching your creativity.
Right. Thank you.
Can you move it to the left?
To the left. There we go. There. All right. I am going to use our rhinestone gems. And I have one sheet that is all over the place. So we're going to use that one. And I'm just going to stick a little bling on our cake to bling it up a little bit, like right here. If there's a little decoration down here, I'm going to do it there. A little decoration on our cake. When you do it the same on all three, it kind of makes it look like it. Oh, I should have done on the other side because of that. Anyway, there we go. Pure stamping, my friends.
You
and
could add some more bling to each of the cakes, like 3 of them.
Dave thinks I should add more bling. Now that's unusual.
Not really.
Yeah, you don't usually. I don't really want to add more.
You do whatever you want.
I'll put one up there. That would look cute. And then, of course, then I have to add another one. Okay, fine. Dave doesn't usually want more. He usually says less. But now I have to put a third one somewhere. Oh, my goodness. So much decisions. Okay. Let's grab one of these, a medium size. I'm going to put it. Now I don't know where to put it. Did I just whine? I hate whining. I am so sorry. I'll put it there. I have a student who whines. I'm like, stop whining. So I am very sorry for that whine. That was a bit much, but that's what Dave wanted.
Joanne loves the card. Diane says she's got the color coach coming.
Good. So there you go.
And Cheryl says it's really pretty.
And lots of bling. I think in retrospect, I would have done just the top one, but that's okay. I'm going to leave it. This is a
blingy.
Blingy. Yep.
Looks like great British baking.
And you know when Dave does his announcement, I'll fix it. So did you have something you want to tell us?
Sure.
Sure. So I have to tell you about that because Benji, when he was little, our grandson, when he was like 2, so you heard Dave just say, sure. So Benji would always say, Benji, do you want this? He'd go, sure. Sure. So now when Dave says it, I always think of, sure. You ready?
There we go. So as you know, go to thestamperstudio.com for everything you can possibly need, including click on order Stampin' Up! Products to see any of the things. You know, I usually try to put in the chat the item numbers to make it easier for you to come over and just go ahead and punch those right in and you are good to go. Escape and Create, our Stampin' retreat that's going to be up at the Refuge Little Falls. It is the weekend of Valentine's Day, so it is a sweet Stampin' weekend. And we are going to have 10 amazing projects for you. And people have asked, is it going to be all cards? It's going to be a mix of cards, scrapbook, and 3D projects, all stamping focused. And so we will be making those throughout the weekend. You can make those with us as a group, or you can just make them on your own. Also, there will be plenty of spare time for you to do whatever other crafting you want to bring with you. So Escape and Create, a sweet Stampin' weekend coming up in February. Mark your calendars.
All right. Thanks. I wanted to show you where this Hooray for Surprises came from. It is in the back, which means, and it's on page 77 of our catalog. It's like this. These are all current, meaning not new. I mean, they're obviously they're current, but
they're repeats.
Repeats. Thank you. That's exactly the word I was looking for. Encore. That's what they call it. Encore products.
There you go.
Good job. Encore products. So these are all ones that were in last year, are still in this year. Okay.
And there are dies available. The only thing, when it's an encore, you order the dies and the stamps separately, correct?
Yes. Yes. It's no longer a bundle. So you no longer save that 20% or 10%. I'm going to go do a squirrel. I always thought this flower cart looked so cute. I just think that looks fun. All right, whoops. Okay, so moving on, I want to make another card, and this one I'm going to use the flower. Let's bring our color coach back in. And I thought, let's use Blackberry Bliss. I haven't used Blackberry Bliss. And then I realized, oh, I kind of used it as a background last week, but I don't feel like I stamp with it very much. Oops, triadic. So I'm going to do Blackberry Bliss. And then what else comes with it, or what else goes with it? Garden Green, Shaded Spruce Pretty Peacock, Pumpkin Pie, Crushed Curry, and Pecan. So I started holding out paper of these colors, and I'm going to go with Blackberry Bliss, Crushed Curry, and Garden Green. Again, which one is it under? Again, these are not, I don't know, these are not colors I would put together, but I think they look really pretty. So same style of card. Let's go ahead and fold that first this time. And this stamp set does have dies. So, I mean, we could pop up the middle one. We could, you could add a little bit to it. I'm just going to do pure stamping today. And I want this. So silicone matte, because I'm going to put on little stripes this time. I was like, oh, what would it look like if we had little stripes? So I am going to, doesn't matter, start with one. And just stick these on kind of random. No, not random at all, sorry.
I'm like, I want to see that.
Wait, yeah, that's right. He wants to see it. Well, ride along and find out, my friend. Ride along and find out. I did not measure these. I just literally put them through the paper cutter. Although I did measure, I believe it is 5 1/4 inches long. But for a little strip like this, I'm not going to worry about measuring. So these can go up and down, all over. Purple.
Blackberry Bliss.
Blackberry Bliss, thank you. This one probably needs to go this way. Yeah, I'm really not good at random, sorry. Okay, I'll just put that one kind of close like that. All right, so we're just gonna stick these on, kind of, look at that. I picked up goldenrod, good grief, that's an old color. Crushed curry, I do that at school sometimes. My brain is somewhere else, I think, or who knows. Let's just, okay, in the chat, put how many of you would make a pattern, an ABC pattern, and how many of you would do random? I, as you know, am not a very good random, but I'm trying. Okay, I only have one green left, so I'm not going to go to green. Oh no, I have a couple more. Okay. They all aren't even the same size, actually, which is okay. Let's stick that on kind of this way. I don't want to start spacing them out here. That would look kind of weird. Let's go with Blackberry Bliss.
Tina says she does them in a pattern.
Yeah, right. See, like that right there? I don't want that there. I want a green. All good. All good. We all have our strengths, right? Put some adhesive on it. Okay, I've got 2 left of each. I think that should be enough. This one is kind of wide. That's okay. That's where the random comes in, right? Stick that there. I think it's going to be cute. And yeah, yeah, whatever. I default to a pattern. That's just the way it is. All right. I want the thinner one there, though. I have a thinner green. And I'll come back to that thicker one. Here we go. And blackberry. And look at that.
Our friends are pretty much all pattern people.
Thank you. Whoop, whoop. Pattern person. Thank you. Thank you. I am going to, oopsie. Did I drop it or I caught it? I dropped it. Oh, we got a crushed curry here. And look at that. Without even knowing, I cut the exact right amount. Because I did not, I just cut a bunch and thought, well, that's probably good. I am going to add this crushed curry on this side because...
Got a little white space.
Yeah, I got a little white space. It's also my little paper cutter. I must have brought it upstairs to wash. I don't remember washing it, so maybe I need to do that today. maybe need to get that done today. I'm going to scooch this one over just a little bit.
I didn't see it, but okay.
It's probably not upstairs. It's probably down here. That it didn't even make it all the way upstairs. This one's just wide. There we go. Whatever. That's good. Yep. Okay. Those colors look good together. I wouldn't think to put them together, but they do look good together. And again, with this, what? Sorry.
Didn't say anything. Off the table.
Sounded like you hit a fly or trying to get my attention or something. I don't know. Again, with this, the way I decided how big to make it was to take our cake and I kind of go, okay, I've got one there. I'm going to put one on the sides and I'm going to put the words on the bottom. Yep, about right. And this one, in case you like to know measurements, I'm going to do this one smarter than last time because will this fit on the whole thing? No, it's going to go across the edges. I don't know. Oh, size. What was I going to say? Squirrel. Okay. 3 by 5. 3 by 5. All right. I'm going to put the darker color in the middle. So let's put that Blackberry Bliss in the middle. It's easier to clean if you start with the lighter color, but I want the darker color in the middle. So let's add our little flower.
Sandy says she likes random, but knows she'd do a pattern.
Yeah. Thanks, Sandy. Me too. Let's stick that right in the middle. Ooh, such a pretty color. Such a pretty color. Let's clean that off. And now I'll go to the lighter one first. That's another way I check them. Or just double check on a piece of paper since I'm going into a lighter color. This is crushed curry. Go over here. Nested those a little bit. Ooh, ah. And then,
Ooh,
I know, right? And then we'll go to the garden green. But it's not difficult. I think that's what I was kind of excited that I'm like, oh, this is all right, I'm going to have to trim the edge though.
Right.
Well, if I have this one nest, we'll see. We'll take a look and see. No, it's okay. All right. And I think, again, I'm just going to stamp the bottom one in black. Look how pretty that is. I think it's very pretty. I'm not going to do a birthday. Let's do a thank you.
Let's move it up just a bit.
These sweetly scripted. I want to pause for. I think these are so much fun. Happy anniversary. Congratulations. Happy birthday. A million thanks. That's the one I'm going to use. Kind of goes with the pattern behind. Speedy recovery. Save the date. The thing I like about these is you can use the whole stamp or you can use just part of the stamp. It doesn't matter. You could just use a little bit. So I just think the sweetly scripted is a really cool stamp set. Let's look on this side to find. Million thanks is this one.
We've had some variations on this. I remember one year a celebration set was like that, and then we've had some others in the catalog in that style.
And I like it. I like it. Million thanks. Okay, let's ink that in. I got lots of stamp pads open because I didn't close them. Okay, stamp that in our basic. No, not basic black. In our Memento black. There you go. And a million thanks. Boom. Cute. So cute. Come on. Look how cute that is. Of course, the middle calls for bling all over the place, so we'll get there. And you could mount it on something. You could back it on a color if you wanted to, like on Blackberry or any one of the colors, honestly, right? Oh, I was going to pop this one up. I forgot. Let's go ahead and do that. I got to cover up these inks. They make me nervous. I'm going to stick something in them. Again, using the strips. Gotta love the strips. And because they're easy, they're quick. I'm like, I don't know what took me so long to get to the strips, but
I don't know either.
My husband kept telling me to use the strips.
Because he always used the edges, and I'm like, strips would make it so much
Strips
easier.
are the same thing. Yeah, you're right. You're right. There we go.
Did you hear that?
I tell you that a lot. I tell you that a lot. You're right. All right. Put this right here. Oh, I like it popped up. Center it right there. So cute. I think it's cute. I am going to close these because, like I said, kind of makes me nervous. And then we'll find our bling.
Joanne loves the card. Mary Jo says no need to back it.
No need. Okay. Awesome. I am going to take the little rhinestones and I'm going to put 3 in the middle of each of these little flowers. 1, 2.
Isn't that right, Joanne? She says it's nice to use little strips up because if you have little scraps, you can easily just cut, make
Yeah.
some strips, and there you go.
That is a good point. Very good point. All right. Yeah, I would love for you pop in the chat. How do you store your little strips or your leftover paper? How do you
scraps?
Scraps. That's the word I was looking for. That was a long way out of my brain, but how do you store your scraps? I'm curious. Mine are in, oh my goodness, it's so pretty.
And my question is, what's the smallest scrap you save? Because sometimes, is it even worth it?
I know, right? Is it worth it? Look how cute. What do you guys think? It's darling. I think it's darling. I think it's really cute. So let me bring back in the other card. Here it is. And obviously, I mean, the possibilities are endless with the color wheel, right? That we could color coach. We could do any kind of different combinations, but also with this layout, you can do any kind of different, like thick stripes, thin stripes. You can do anything. It's just a simple card that you can quickly and easily do using just the color coach and some cardstock.
Mary Jo has a plastic bin for her scraps.
Okay, all of them, all the colors in one. I have here.
We keep them by color family.
Yeah, here I keep them by color family. At the refuge, it's just in color, other, and white. So there we go.
There's a question. The flower, that one came from what
Oh, it's
set?
the same set. It's the same set. It's the Hooray for Surprises. Yep, it's right there. I was thinking, oh, how fun this one would be too. That's pretty wide though, a little bit wider than the flower.
You might only do 2.
Or 1.
Or 1.
Yep. You got to go 3 odd numbers, Dave. 1, 3, 5. Anyway, so there you go. It's from Hooray for Surprises. Yeah, it's a cute flower, isn't it? Pull it out by itself. So there we go. That's what we have. I wanted to show you just how to use the color coach, kind of stretch like it was it. Who said it? To stretch my color, Mary BQ. Somebody said to stretch my color combination or my color, whatever.
Creativity.
Creativity. That was the word. Color creativity. So really fun. Totally different than what I would use, but I think they look really good. So that's what I have for you, my friends. And I look forward to you having a great weekend and us having a great weekend. And I will see you on Monday. Remember to like the page, share it with some friends, and happy stamping.